Imagine a World Cup bigger than anything football has ever seen. More teams, more matches, more cities, more fans. And for the first time in football history, 3 countries will host a single FIFA World Cup. The FIFA World Cup 2026 is not just another tournament. It is set to become the largest, most ambitious, and potentially the most memorable World Cup ever organized. But with all these massive changes, one question remains. Will this become the greatest World Cup in football history? Or could it become FIFA's biggest gamble? Let's find out. The FIFA World Cup is the biggest sporting event on Earth. Every 4 years, billions of people stop what they're doing to watch nations battle for football's most prestigious trophy. It is more than a tournament. It is a global celebration. A competition that creates heroes, heartbreak, unforgettable goals, and moments that live forever in football history. From Diego Maradona's brilliance in 1986 to Zinedine Zidane's dominance in 1998, from Andres Iniesta's historic winner in 2010 to Lionel Messi finally lifting the trophy in 2022, the World Cup has always delivered magic. But 2026 will be different from everything we've seen before, because FIFA has decided to completely transform the tournament. For the first time ever, 48 national teams will participate. Not 32. 48. That's a 50% increase. More nations, more players, more supporters, and more dreams becoming reality. For many countries that have never experienced the World Cup before, this expansion creates an opportunity to finally step onto football's biggest stage. Fans from all corners of the world will have a chance to see their national teams compete against the sport's greatest powers. And that alone could make this tournament historic. Now let's talk about the hosts. For the first time ever, 3 nations will share hosting duties: the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Together, these countries cover a massive portion of North America. And together, they are preparing to welcome millions of football fans. The United States will host the majority of matches. With enormous stadiums, modern infrastructure, and huge fan bases, America is expected to deliver one of the biggest sporting spectacles ever seen. Some venues can hold more than 70,000 spectators. Others can hold even more. Canada will bring its passionate football culture and rapidly growing fan base. Football has never been more popular in Canada than it is today. And hosting World Cup matches represents a major milestone for the country's sporting future. Then there is Mexico, a nation where football is more than a sport. It is a way of life. Mexico will become the first country in history to host World Cup matches across 3 different FIFA World Cups, an achievement that highlights the country's deep connection to the game. Now let's examine the new tournament format. Previous World Cups featured 32 teams. This time, there will be 48 teams divided into 12 groups of 4. Each team will play 3 group stage matches. The top 2 teams from every group will advance. Several of the best third-place teams will also qualify for the knockout stage. This means more opportunities for teams to survive difficult starts, more chances for underdogs, and more drama throughout the competition. The tournament will now feature 104 matches, compared to just 64 in the previous format. That's 40 additional games. 40 more opportunities for unforgettable moments. But will bigger automatically mean better? That's the debate currently dividing football fans around the world. Supporters of the expansion believe it will increase global participation and give smaller football nations a chance to shine. Critics argue that adding more teams could reduce the overall quality of some matches. Let's talk about the stadiums. The World Cup will be played in some of the most impressive venues on the planet. Massive stadiums, cutting-edge technology, world-class facilities, and incredible atmospheres. From packed stadiums in Mexico to modern arenas in Canada and giant American sports venues transformed into football cathedrals, every location will contribute something unique. Millions of supporters will travel across North America, creating one of the largest sporting pilgrimages in history. Now let's focus on the teams. Who are the favorites? Who can realistically lift the trophy? Argentina enters the tournament as one of the leading contenders. The defending champions know exactly what it takes to win on the world's biggest stage. Their confidence and experience make them incredibly dangerous. France remains a football powerhouse. With exceptional talent across every position, they possess the depth needed to compete for another title. Spain continues to impress with one of the most exciting young generations in world football. Their technical ability and tactical intelligence make them a serious threat. England enters the competition carrying enormous expectations. Their squad is filled with talent. Their supporters are dreaming once again, and many believe this could finally be their moment. Then there is Brazil, five-time world champions, the most successful nation in World Cup history. No matter the circumstances, Brazil always enters a World Cup as a contender. But here's what makes the World Cup special. Favorites don't always win. History has proven that again and again. Nobody expected Croatia to reach the final in 2018. Few believed Morocco could reach the semi-finals in 2022. Yet both nations shocked the football world. And with 48 teams participating, the chances of another surprise story increase dramatically. Keep an eye on the dark horses. Morocco has already shown they can compete with football's elite. Japan continues to improve year after year. The United States could benefit enormously from home support. And there are several emerging nations capable of causing major upsets. One unexpected team could become the story of the tournament, just as Morocco did in 2022. Now let's discuss the stars. The players who could define World Cup 2026. Kylian Mbappe remains one of the fastest and most explosive footballers on earth. Jude Bellingham is already becoming one of football's most influential young leaders. Lamine Yamal represents the future of the game and could arrive at the tournament as one of the world's biggest stars. Vinicius Jr. possesses the speed, skill, and creativity to change a match in seconds. And as every World Cup teaches us, new heroes will emerge. Unknown players will seize their moment. Young talents will become household names. And legends will be born. Beyond the players, several fascinating storylines are developing. Can Argentina successfully defend their title? Will France return to the final once again? Can England finally end decades of disappointment? Will Brazil reclaim football's greatest prize? Could a smaller nation shock the world? And how will the expanded format reshape international football forever? These questions make World Cup 2026 one of the most intriguing tournaments ever. The World Cup is about more than football. It's about national pride. It's about dreams. It's about moments that unite billions of people. For 1 month, borders disappear. Languages become irrelevant. And the entire world shares one passion. Football. Children dream. Veterans return. Legends are created. And history is written. So what should we expect? Expect surprises. Expect drama. Expect controversy. Expect unforgettable goals. Expect emotional celebrations. And expect moments that football fans will talk about for decades. My prediction is simple. World Cup 2026 will become one of the most entertaining tournaments in football history. At least one underdog will make a deep run. Several traditional giants will struggle. And the road to the final will be filled with twists and surprises. The FIFA World Cup 2026. Bigger than ever. Louder than ever. And perhaps more unforgettable than ever. Now it's your turn. Which country do you think will win FIFA World Cup 2026? Will it be Argentina, Brazil, France, England, Spain, or maybe a surprise nation nobody sees coming? Leave your prediction in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for more World Cup analysis, predictions, match previews, tournament stories, and football documentaries. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you in the next video.